We begin tonight in Turkey, where the rescue effort in the country's worst mining disaster has now officially ended. A total of 301 men were killed in Tuesday's explosion and fire at a coal mine. The tragedy has sparked protests, and as Stuart Greer reports, survivors accuse the mining company of negligence.
Hundreds of mourners once again gathered at the Soma Cemetery to bury the dead. A new site has been added to handle the huge number of graves from Turkey's deadliest mining disaster. But the stream of bodies will soon stop, with the Turkish government calling an end to the recovery operation. It says all the victims are accounted for. There are no more miners left underground, declared Energy Minister Taner Yildiz. Most of the men died of carbon monoxide poisoning after an electrical fault triggered an explosion and fire inside the mine on Tuesday. But the families are disputing the number of dead and accuse the government of a cover-up to hide the true scale of the disaster. For survivors like 24-year-old Erdal Bicak, the blame lies squarely with the mining company. Lapsing in and out of consciousness, he only managed to escape with the help of a friend. There was a lack of sensors in the mine, he said, to measure the buildup of explosive methane gas. And when one of the fuel alarms did sound, it was ignored. The supervisor was aware of it, but he ordered miners not to leave until the shift ended, says Erdal. He even sent miners back who were leaving. Also, part of the mine was supported by wooden beams instead of metal ones. So when the fire spread, the supports burned, leading to a partial collapse.
There weren't proper inspections. They never looked at the whole mine. Also, the gas masks were useless. I put it in my mouth and 10 minutes later I ran out of oxygen, so I threw it away.
Stories like that have only fueled outrage across the country. After days of angry protests and violent clashes with riot police, authorities have banned demonstrations in Soma and have arrested more than 30 people. But authorities have been unable to control the protesters in Istanbul and Ankara, who say the privatization of Turkey's mines has contributed to the country's shameful safety record. The government and the mining company both deny any negligence, but in the lead up to the disaster, an opposition plan for nationwide mining inspections was rejected. The mine was not properly supervised because of the closeness between the owners and the Prime Minister's party, says opposition MP Özgür Özel. With the recovery effort now over, the official investigation into the accident is set to begin. But with so many mistrusting the Turkish authorities, just how transparent will that inquiry be? Stuart Greer, Global News, London.